what drew my attention, I grew up over in Superior, and the talk about Wisconsin Point, I know we're talking about Duluth, but this area basically, Wisconsin Point, the first thing he talks about is Joseph Osagie, who grew up out there. And Joseph Osagie was my great-great-great-great-grandfather. Now, being a descendant of Osagie around here is not really that special. There's a whole lot of us. But that always brings me back to the family. I mean, we would go out there frequently in the summertime, swim in Lake Superior, and my dad would point out different things. But what wasn't pointed out, I don't think Dad ever talked about this when I was young, was that there was this huge cemetery out there, Indian Cemetery. And it was probably founded, the first burial was probably around 1869, I think it said in the study. And in 1910, the United States government decided that they needed that land and that they were going to start removing the people who were interred there. And so basically in 1914 they started, and they moved them to Catholic Church, and I can't remember the name. St. Francis Cemetery. Last year, my sister and my father and I all got to go on an airboat up the Nemadji River, because Dad was going to show where his great-grandfather built his canoes, but we couldn't get back in there. But we kept going up the river until we got to the area where that cemetery is, and they haven't done a real good job of honoring our ancestors, let's put it that way. And that's kind of, it's disappointing, and in some ways devastating to know that the powers that be, including the church, and I'm a pastor so I can say this, don't really give a damn about us in many ways, and don't honor our ancestry, and that's hard to see. I guess my desire here to serve on this commission is to bring up the point that we are here. As I drive around Duluth, it would seem that my wife's family got here before my family did. My wife's a 6-foot-tall Viking. Maiden name was Halderson. And boy, there's a lot of stuff about the Norwegians around here, but there's just not a whole lot of presence in the public art or the public awareness of who we are, how long we've been here, and what we've offered. So that's what I would love to see.